Hey, welcome to my channel, Kel Stitches. I'm Kelly, and this is a place where I talk about my addiction to cross-stitching and everything that goes with it, as well as showing you everything that I have stitched on. Today is a Flosstube number 40, and it is the 12th of February 2024. It is a Monday. It's just gone 1 p.m. in the afternoon. If you can hear the fan, it's been on constantly all through summer, so sorry if that's annoying you. I would just like to say thank you to my returning viewers and subscribers. Very, very much appreciated. It is a pleasure to read all your comments, and it's very much appreciated that you do come back and watch my videos time after time. And I'd just like to say a welcome and thank you to any new subscribers that I may have got in the last few weeks. It's very much appreciated. I hope you enjoy and continue to enjoy what I have got to show you in my projects and everything else. So guys, let's just get straight into what I have stitched on for the last 2 weeks. I have no distractions today because Nash is back at school, so there will be no one walking past that door and annoying me and trying to get onto the video. So very happy about that, and I think he's pretty happy to be back at school too, because it gives him something to do. I think he was getting bored at the end. It was a very long 7 weeks of school holidays, trust me, very, very long 7 weeks. Alright, so let's just get straight into the stitching and what I have worked on. So the first one that I'm going to show you is this. It is the 2024 Sal from Modern Folk Embroidery. It's called No Time Like the Present. This is what it will look like when it is completed. I am not doing those colours. I'll put in a picture of the colours that I am doing it in. It goes into Pattern Keeper perfectly, so then you can just edit the legend and change the colours around to see what ones you think would work the best. So let me find it. I haven't put it into a project bag yet. So this was a new start, and this is where I have got with it. So this is being stitched on 20 count Rustico fabric, and I am stitching it in the colours of 322 and 832 with hints of gold diamond. Which is an absolute pain in the ass to work with, but short lengths, definite short lengths with this stuff. It frays, it knots, it yeah, it is a right pain in the ass to actually work with. And as you can see, just doing that, I broke a bit of it. It is, yeah, not fun to work with. So I have reassessed what I was actually going to stitch with this shit, and broke it down and cut it down to a little bit less of what I will stitch in it. I had a few mess ups. I'm only using one strand of it. As you can see, I've done the gold metallic diamond up there. I did attempt 2 strands to start with. It was very bulky and didn't sit right, so I picked it out, started again. Then I realized that I started in the wrong spot, so I had to unpick it again, and then got it in the right spot. By that stage I was ready to toss the whole frickin' project in the bin, but I persevered, and yes, so that is going to be in the metallic, and I have decided, where is this, that there is only going to be little bits and pieces in the metallic, just as some highlights. So any of these little blobby things up here, I'll do the numbers in the metallic. I was going to do all of this arch in metallic, but yeah, no, that's not happening anymore. I've reassessed that. So I'm thinking that I might just do the antlers of the deer in the metallics, these viney bits here, these bits down either side in the metallic. Just, yeah, because it is not easy to work with, so I've reassessed and made my decision. But I think that's looking pretty good on the Rustico so far. I worked on this for 2 days and I got 1100 stitches into it. Now, as I said, the metallic's being worked with 1 strand, the rest of it is being worked in with 2 strands over 1 on the 20 count. So yeah, happy with how that's turning out. Yeah, working with different threads, it's always a bit of a learning curve, isn't it? So yeah, you know. But yeah, I was ready to toss the whole freaking project out the window. Alright, so the next one that I worked on was this one, which is Son Souci by Long Dog Samplers. Now I am down in this section down here. Oh, well, I was down in this section down here. I'd had all of this stitched in the teals, and then I was just filling in the purple. So that's what it'll look like when it is finished. And this is where I'm up to. So as you'll see from the before picture, I have filled in all of this here and gone up here, worked in this part down to here and then down into there. So as you can see, I've started over in this section, so I'll just fill in all that what I can. Then I'll go back and do any back stitching or anything that may be required on those sections before I move the Q-snap. So I'll move on the Q-snap, the nudge. I will move across and finish off this side, and then I will go down. As you can see, there really isn't that much yeah, I think I'm about nearly at 75% on this. So working along nicely. This is being stitched on 18 count, and I worked on this for 2 days, and I got I got 1,300 stitches into it, and I am working on this with Silks for You floss. The teal is PR147, and the purple is PR001. And yeah, so looking very good. Put 2024 in the elephant because I am hoping that it will be done this year. Fingers crossed. So my third project that I am going to show you is this one. It is Quaker Sampler SS187 by Happy Mood Point. It is from an Etsy store. They're no longer Happy Mood Point. They are Daily something. I can't remember what they changed to. They changed the name. Even if you put in Happy Mood Point, it will still take you to the correct store. I don't think they actually closed down that store and reopened another one. I think what they just done was just change their name. So even if you put in Happy Mood Point, it will bring this up. So that is what it will look like when it is completed. And so I am doing all these in Monty Toile, what's that other stuff? Petite Treasure Braid. Doing them as little, like Christmas ornaments, I suppose you would say. This one? Yes, it is. Alright, and this is where I'm up to. So I think last time we've seen it, I just had a little bit to finish up in here, which I've done, and then I've moved down to this big ornament down here. I debated on whether to do it, as you can see, this is the gold in here, and then there's the red. I did debate whether just to do all of that in the gold, but I do have a plan. So, and sorry about that, the light just went really strange for some reason. I think it's cloudy, but you know how you get the sun still reflects off things? I think it was the sun reflecting off a car that went past and just made the reflection come through the window. Anyway, this is where I'm up to. As I said, I am doing it all in Petite Treasure Braids. So, all different colours, all Christmas colours, green, purple, red, gold, silver, blue. And then for some of the smaller motifs, I will be doing some beading in matching colours. So I have purple, green, blue, red. Don't have any gold or silver. I don't think I was, and some little clear, like pearly coloured ones. I'll decide on whether I'll get any gold and silver ones. I do have gold ones for one of my other projects that I'm working on. So whether I just use some of those. But this is being stitched on, pretty sure it's 16 count Ada that I dyed myself in a very, very pale blue. I didn't want white and I didn't want anything too dark. Worked on this one for 2 days and I got 700 stitches into it. So slowly but surely working on that one. That is part of a stitch along that is being hosted by Nicole, who is North Island Stitcher here on Flosstube. Alright, the next one is this one. It is called Protector. Artwork is by Katie Lipscomb and it is charted by Pain Free Crafts. Now, if you've been with me long enough, you'll know that I am not stitching this background. I'm just doing the wolves or just doing the coloured parts. So that is what it'll look like when it is finished. And this is where I'm up to. So I hold it straight, woman. So I finished all this section, that page, which finished that page off, and then I moved on to the next page. But I am loving the colours in this. It's looking absolutely amazing when you see the whole thing. I did show all of it that I stitched in my WIP parade at the start of the year. So if you haven't seen that and want to see any of my projects, except for the ones that I started this year, if you want to see any of my projects that I have been working on in their full, or everything that I've stitched on anyway, go back and watch my WIP parade. They're all in there. This one I worked on for 2 days and I got 1100 stitches, and it is being stitched on a 16 count apple green Ada that I dyed myself, because, as I said, I am not doing the background. There is two others I think there is, 2 others in this same style by Katie that I will buy and get around to stitching, and hopefully either have them all framed together or I'll do them in a wall hanging, all 3 of them side by side in a wall hanging. And I already have the fabric dyed for those pieces, because I used my little noggin and thought I might as well dye the 3 pieces all together to make sure that they're the same colour. That fabric turned out a little bit darker than what I wanted it to. I left it in the dye bath probably a bit longer, or used too much dye in the bath. But that's alright, it's working out and that looks pretty good. Right. Next one that I'm going to show you is Moonrise Song. This is the large version, charted by Artisy Cross Stitch, and it is artwork by Abraham Hunter. So I started in the middle, which was here, and I've just worked my way up into the top, so I can go then start moving across the top, and I'll just keep going backwards and forwards and come back down the pattern, because there is a lot of background. I said it once before that you could have nearly cut it off at that, but it looks kind of funny because none of the trees are full, and even if you went, I mean, you could have went to there, which still gives you, yep, go to there, but then you're not that far from the top of the pattern. I was going to say, if you went to there, you still get the moon and the mountain and everything, and a little bit of the northern lights, but you know, these things, even if you had have cut it off sort of there, you could have cut it off there and still had the water and the moon and stuff, but that's alright. I'm committed, I'm dedicated, so I'll stitch the whole bloody lot of it, won't I? So that's what it'll look like when it is finished. Shit falling out of my bag everywhere. This is where I'm up to. Haven't quite finished that page that I was on, but I have made a lot of progress on it and started stitching in some of that Northern Lights in there. It's not crooked, it's just the way that I've got it in the Q-snap. So worked on this for 2 days and I got 900 stitches into it. Once you get a lot of the confetti out of the road, then there's a lot of just full, a lot of colours that are just, they're still sort of scattered here and there, but there's a lot. I think in that page I only have 1 or 2 colours left to stitch, so, but yeah, that's what it's looking like. Again, if you want to see the whole lot of this, actually I think the before picture will be the whole thing, because I took a photo of them before I put them all back in their Q-snaps or into their frames for the whip parade at the end of the year. But yeah, that is what it's looking like. I told you how many stitches I've done, and this is being worked on 16 count white 8', and it's big. I mean, that's not the biggest, that's folded up, so it's not the biggest that I'm working on, not by a long shot. Waterhole Masters, I think, is bigger than this one. Oh dear. I think I need then a nap. Is that time of an afternoon? Okay, so the next one that I'm going to show you is this one, because that was upside down. It is Moonwolf 1. This is a pattern from an Etsy store. Now I'm trying to remember if it was Light Unicorn Designs or Laser Art Designs. It is one of those. I will find out and let you know. I'll write it. I should write it on the back of this cover photo actually. So this is a new start for this fortnight, and that is what it'll look like when it is finished. And this is where I'm up to with it. So I am stitching this on pink fabric. This is a big piece of fabric. I counted, I went in 3 inches from the top and bottom. It will not take up this whole piece of fabric. So that's why I've done it that way. I will just, once it's done, I'll just cut it off, cut the excess off and have it as spare fabric for any other little project that I may want to do on it. But yeah, that is what it's looking like. Fabric is by Paddock Lane Designs. I think it is 16 count, I think. They didn't come with any tags on them or anything, because they were just from her dye spot sales that she has on a regular basis. I think she usually has it 2, maybe 3 times a year. But anyway, that is where I'm up to with it. And I worked on this for 2 days and I got 1100 stitches into it. So that is up in the tree behind the wolf. Now, in Pattern Keeper, all of this white is actually stitched, and I'm not doing that. That's why I chose the coloured fabric. So I'm hoping some of this pink will line up in this moon area here, and I know little Wolfie here will be a little bit pink in his white areas, but that's alright. I don't mind that. If I think it looks too weird, I will go and fill in like the white bits in his face and his ears if I think it looks too weird to have it as the pink fabric. But I'm thinking, because that'll be down here, I'm thinking that it won't be, get out of the road, I'm thinking that it won't be too pink in the wolf, so I may get away with it. But as I said, once I get to that, and if I think it looks too weird, I will just stitch the white in. But the rest of the white I am not stitching. There's like, if you did want to stitch the white, there's like 23,000 white stitches, and I ain't doing that. But yeah, that's looking good. And on to the last one that I am going to show you, which is this one, Oh Great Spirit. It is an old Dimensions chart, 1996 in fact, and the artwork is by Linda K. Powell. And I was going to start in the middle, and then I thought, no, I'll start in one of the top corners, and then I thought, no, I'll start in the middle, and I couldn't decide where I wanted to start, so I asked on a chat group, and it was unanimous to start in the top left corner. So that is what I've done. That is what it'll look like when it is completed. And this is how far I've got with it. So this is being stitched on. I am pretty sure it is 16 count Ada. I am going to have to go through and put tags on all of these new starts, so I don't have to keep guessing at the fabric. But guys, you know, if you've watched me long enough, it'll be 16 or 18 count, so one or the other. I am not very you know, I'm not very adventurous when it comes to different count fabrics. 16, 18 or now 20 count, but that's pretty easy because that's the Rustico, and it's only one whip at the moment, project at the moment that is on that. Okay, light. So yeah, let's see. 2 days. I worked on this for 2 days, and I got 1,400 stitches into it. most of those 1400 stitches, I would have to say, at least 1100 of those stitches was this red border or framework, was most of those 1400 stitches. But that is looking really good. Can't wait to actually stitch on this some more, so hopefully I will pull it out again soon. So I really like this one. And I've had a couple of people message me and tag me in the Aussie Stash Unload Facebook group with another pattern that someone is getting rid of, and I jumped on, and first off I was like, yep, me please, sold, I want it. And then I looked at it again, I was like, better just check in my patterns that I've bought recently, just in case. And yeah, it was a pattern that I'd already had. It was only, they were only selling it for $3, so even if I bought it, I could always give it away, do a giveaway with it. That might be a thought. So that's all my stitching that I've done for the fortnight. I did stitch every day on the projects, and in total for the 14 days I got 7,600 stitches on it. And I also added up my January total for how many stitches I'd done, and for January I'd done 16,100 stitches. It doesn't seem as much as what I've done in previous years, but that's alright. I'm not going to pressure myself into doing any more if I don't want to or don't feel like it. Alright, what should I do next? I will actually just throw all these back in here, and then I need that book back. We will write on my boards. Alright, so let's start with the sit up there? Yeah, sit up there. Now, I discovered what one I was missing. If you can remember from my last video, I had, I think it was farm animals on there twice, and I couldn't figure out what project I was missing. It was the Modern Folk Embroidery cell that I was missing off that. And I've got to rewrite Sans Souci on there because it is rubbing off. I probably really should write the names. I think I might have to do that. I should really write the names in permanent marker so they don't rub off. Alright, let's wrangle this board and write these numbers on here. So, Modern Folk Embroidery sale is 1100. Sans Souci over here is 1300. Happy Mood Point Quaker, oops, is 700. And the fan keeps blowing my pages over. let's see, protect the wolves. Okay, moon wolf is another 1100. And oh great spirit is 1400. So that is all of those ones done. Go away glare. So as you can see, I have got numbers on all of those now. So when I work on them next, I'll write my next number in black, and then the total I'll write under it in red. That one down there. And we'll bring the full coverage one over. And we've only got 2 on here to do, which is protector at 1100 and moonrise song at 900. Now these ones I have to get 10,000. Yep, 10,000 stitches into them each for the year. Some of them may be a little bit hard going, some of them are easier to work on, but we will see how we go. Even if I work on them thinking, because it takes me 6 weeks to get through my rotation, two seconds. Each of them will be worked on just over 8 times. So I need to get 1250 stitches into these projects each time I work on them, if I'm only going to work on them 8 times. So that is going to be a little, let's see if I can do this. Of course, some days I'm going to fall into a lot of confetti and not going to be able to do it, and then other times I'm going to have a lot of block stitching that I can do. So some of these obviously are closer to the 1250. Daydream Sea Turtles is like way down, and so is Out of the Savannah Cell. But let's just see how far I can get with it, hey? I am not going to pressure myself too much. The whole point of it is to see how far we can get with those projects. Now, let me spin back around this way. And I will pull out my rotation for this coming fortnight. Now some of these may not get worked on or not get a lot of stitches in, because next week the daughter and I go to Pink concert on the Tuesday. We leave on the Monday, head up, and then Tuesday's the concert, and then we come back on the Wednesday. So there may be 2 or 3 nights there that I do not stitch at all. Depending on what projects I pull out of my bag here, I might take a couple of the smaller projects, if any of the smaller projects get pulled out. If not, some of the projects might only get worked on for one day. So let's just, and I want to mix these around pretty well. Sorry if that noise is very annoying or very loud in your ears, but I do want to mix these around because preferably not pull out the same ones that I did last week. First one is A Year in the Woods. just put wood. I really have to put an extra S on the end of that. I'm just going to write these down as I pull them out, so then I know which ones. Because what I do is I pull 7 out. I write them down, and then I just choose. So I give them 2 days each. So once I've pulled them out, I will then choose this afternoon when I go to stitch. I'll just look at my list and go, oh yeah, I feel like working on that one. And that's just how I decide from the 7 that I have chosen which ones to work on. Moonwolf 1. So there's a couple of small ones there that I could take with me if I really want to. I haven't got my little helper here to help me pull these out today. So, Great Spirit, I was just saying how I wanted that one to come out again soon. On Susie, looks like it's going to be a fortnight of small projects unless I can pull another big one out. There we go, mini top frog. That is a full coverage. Two more. Cross stitch for everyone, Sal. So that is the out of the Savannah. One more. And what's it going to be? And it is my stamped kit. We don't know what I was trying to write there, but it did not say stamped. So they are my 7 projects. Let me show you the cover photos for them. So we know what well, a couple of them you already know because, and I have not got the year in the woods, but I will keep working on the reindeer. On that one, I'm pretty sure everyone has already seen that one. It has been over YouTube or Flosstube for the last 2 years, so everyone has probably seen it, but I will take a picture and just insert it in here to show you what I will be working on. And then of course we've got this one, which I'll probably maybe leave to the end of the fortnight because I just worked on it in the last rotation. And we have, of course, Oh Great Spirit. It's going to be a toss-up which one I want to work on. I wonder if I might just keep working on this one for today and tomorrow, because I really am enjoying that one. So I think I might just keep working on that one today. And then of course we have Sans Souci and Mini Top Frog. Oh, where are you, baby? Not there. This one here me. Ah, there it is. So there is Mini Top Frog. And the cross stitch for everyone, Sal out of the Savannah. We've had 3, what's the date today? 12th. We've had 3 installments so far. Another one will probably come out on the 14th or the 15th. Well, it'll be the 16th or 17th for me. So that's that one. And the last one is my stamped kit, which is not here with me either. So I will just take a photo of the cover photo of it and insert it here. So they're the 7 that I will be working on for this fortnight, this rotation. As I said, there may be some that don't get a full 2 days, they may only get 1 day. I'll make sure that my 2 full coverages do get full days, the 2 full days, because I've got to get those numbers happening. So the others may only get, some of the others may only get 1 day. I'll just see how much I get stitched on them. Because it's in Queensland, Queensland's an hour behind us, and my body wakes me up at 5:30 every morning, because that's when my alarm goes off. Even when I have my days off and the alarm's not set, my body wakes me up and goes, hello, you really need to wake up and get going. So I know that happened when we went to Queensland in October. I was awake at 4:30 in the morning, and then I couldn't get back to sleep, because obviously being not your own bed and stuff like that, and I'm just lying there going, no, what am I meant to do? So I just scrolled on my phone. I forgot to take a book with me, and I did take some stitching with me, but I didn't think about getting up and stitching, because I didn't want to disturb Shanae, who was still asleep. And I could have just sat up in bed, turned the light on and done some stitching, but that didn't cross my mind. So I will take a couple, and if I get up at Sparrow's Fart in the morning, well, maybe I can sit out, because I think the accommodation that we have has a balcony on it. So I will maybe get up and sit out on the balcony and maybe do some stitching. Of course, the accommodation we have for this one is right on the beach. So I'm hoping that I may get some really good sunrise shots as well over the ocean. I'll take my good camera with me and hopefully get some good shots. And so now those 7 will go in this bag to be kept out unless I don't work on any of them. And if I don't work on them, I don't know how I should do this. Do they go back in, or do I just hold them and then only pull X amount up to the 7? I'll make a decision on that one. But they go back in there to be held out until I know whether I work on them or not, and then so I can choose my next one. But yeah, so our accommodation is right on the beach, so I hope that if I'm up early and I can't get back to sleep, I might just get up and do a little bit of stitching, even if it's just an hour or so out on the balcony before we get up and get on with our day. Right, the only haul that I got was this, and that is another kit from on my Crystal Club voucher. This is Leopard's Gaze by Laurie Prindle. Oops, sorry, kicked the tripod, nearly knocked you over. This is the one that I am hoping to eventually do as a companion piece to, where are you? I don't see somewhere because it's a thicker piece of card. Aha, there it is. This one I'm hoping to do as a companion piece to this one, because I love them both, and they're very similar. So both big cats surrounded by greenery and flowers. Only thing is, this one's on 18 count, this one I chose in 20 count. So the sizes are going to be a little bit smaller, not by much. They're going to be a tad smaller. This one is going to be a tad smaller than this one, but that's okay, because if I don't, even if I just frame them and put them together, it doesn't really matter. So that is everything. I think I've done everything. Let me just check off in my brain. Showed you my stitching, I wrote down on the boards, pulled out my next one, showed you my little bit of haul that I got. Yes, that's everything. So guys, yeah, as I said, next week the daughter and I head off to the Gold Coast to see Pink in concert. I'm very excited about that. She had her first concert in Sydney on Friday night and it poured rain. But it didn't stop her. She kept going. So there's some really good photos of her in the rain, like doing her aerial stunts while it's just hammering down rain and all that sort of stuff. So fingers crossed the weather will hold for our concert, but if it doesn't, well, it all adds to the atmosphere and the experience, doesn't it? So my next floss tube will be the week after the next week, so on the 29th, I think. Well, let me just check on that. No, that's March. No, 26th. It will be the 26th. So, yeah, as I said, might not get any stitching done for those 2 or 3 nights. Just depends on how I feel once we get home on the Wednesday afternoon. I do have the Thursday off work as well. So, yeah, it just depends on how I feel, how tired I am on the Wednesday afternoon when we get home, whether I stitch that night or not. And this coming Friday night, I think I've got to work. So it's only for a couple of hours. It's only a little like cocktail party type of thing with some finger food and stuff like that. So it should only be a couple of hours, but I say should in the sense that hospitality never has a set finish time. Well, where I work doesn't anyway. You may work 6 hours, you may work 12 hours. Just depends on what's happening for the day and what other staff is on. So it should only be a couple of hours, but I still may not be home till like 9 o'clock. So whether I get any stitching done or not is another matter. But I will work it out. I will set days, definite 2 days for my 2 full coverages. What's today? Monday. I'll work on Great Spirit today and tomorrow. Today's Monday, isn't it? Monday, Tuesday. And then if I work on Mini Top Frog Wednesday, Thursday, because I've got Thursday off, so that should give me some good stitching time after I do my, you know, usual stuff. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I might not stitch. So usually I'd go Friday, Saturday. So one of them one of the smaller projects might only get worked on Saturday. Sunday, Monday might not stitch on anything, so Sunday, another one of the smaller projects. Tuesday, Wednesday, that's going to be the kicker, isn't it? Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll see. I might set aside next Thursday, Friday for the cross stitch for everyone Sal. That's what I might do. I think I'll do that. I'll do Wednesday, Thursday this week and Thursday, Friday next week for my 2 full coverages. That gives them their 2 full days, and hopefully I can get my numbers up on them. And then the rest of them I'll just work out from there, or whether they get 1 day or 2 days, or don't know. I'll sort it out, and we'll see how I've worked it out on my next Flosstube, which will be the 26th of February. I do have one more flip through. I think it's the, what did I do? Did I do the heart? No. I think it was cross stitch for the soul, cross stitch for the earth. I think the last one is cross stitch for the heart. If it's not cross stitch for the heart, it's cross stitch for the soul. I can't remember. I do have it on my tablet ready to upload, so I will upload that on Monday. And I might even do a few little shorts on Flosstube, just a few little short videos of maybe show you our accommodation and stuff like that. And then if you're interested, I can do a bit bigger video as a conglomerate and stuff like that once we get back. So yeah guys, that is everything. This is nearly at an hour, so it is going to take forever to convert. Uploading's not too bad unless the signal keeps dropping out, which it has been doing for the last few days. Very, very difficult to listen to Spotify when your signal keeps dropping out and it just keeps playing the same song over and over, because it was the last song that the signal was there for. Optus is shit, so but then so is Telstra's. So it doesn't really matter which one we go with. Alright guys, so I'm going to leave it as that. It's nearly at an hour. By the time I edit and put all my bits and pieces into it and onto the ends and the start and, you know, all that sort of stuff, it will probably be nearly an hour. It's going to take forever to convert. Uploading shouldn't take too long. So, and it is just past 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've still got to do some house cleaning before the kid gets home at 4 o'clock. Alright guys, I will leave it as that. Once again, thank you very much for dropping in and watching me. It is very, very much appreciated. Don't know. Oh, one other thing. I know I said a couple of videos ago that I would do a giveaway for reaching 1,000 subscribers. That is still a go, just not yet. February is a very difficult month in the sense of money-wise. I've got rego and that at the end of the month due for the car, and because we've been training a new person at work, all of our hours have been cut back. So definitely it's still in my mind to do it. It just probably won't be until March sometime when I will do it. So I haven't forgotten about it. It's just not viable at the moment. But yeah, now that I've reached 1,000 subs, I've just got to get my watch hours up, and then I can monetize my channel. I didn't know if I wanted to or not. I wasn't going to, but the thing is, they will make money off me regardless. So whether I want to monetize or not, they will still put ads in on my videos. So if I do, and I'm still tossing up whether I will or not, if I do monetize, I am going to use any of the money that I get for giveaways. So, and I think going forward from now, because postage is an absolute killer, doesn't matter where you are in the world, postage is a killer. I'm thinking going ahead from now, I will just do gift cards or downloads or something like that. So, or whether I do $20 gift cards to Etsy or to JK's for Australian viewers, or to a 123 Stitch or somewhere like that, that's probably what I will do. And if I monetize, that's where all my profits will go to, is to do those type of giveaways. So that's the last point of business, I think, unless I can think of something else. But no, I think that's everything. So guys, once again, thank you very much for coming and watching me. It is very much appreciated. And I hope you continue to enjoy what I have to offer you and to show you. And I hope the channel keeps growing in different ways. If there's anything you would like me to, hang on, let me roll my tongue back up. If there's anything you would like to see me do, please let me know, and I will endeavour to get it happening when I can. So guys, that's it. We are now over an hour. Wherever you are in the world, please take care and stay safe. And until next time, bye.